Hold up. Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocketeer and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Why? Cause they know I go again. And when they in a drought, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. Yo, we don't talk, better know the grind, gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. Wait, put it away. Cause you don't hustle, I keep on the bottom of my way. Yeah, you done it so many times, now you know we well. Making a move, this is the life that I choose. What else do I gotta lose? Thinking I'm walking my shoes.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time that we call Soto Watch. It is familiar because we did it just last year. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it. Unfortunately, we're back at it. And I say that because wouldn't it be beautiful if there was some sort of world where the Yankees could have just locked this guy up already? But obviously, we knew that wasn't going to be the case. And the New York Yankees famously today have had their meeting with one Juan Soto. Now, it's very possible there is a 3-hour difference that this meeting could still be ongoing. It's possible they haven't even met yet. I don't think anybody really knows what time they were supposed to meet. I'm assuming it will be early in the day, but it could be a dinner meeting. It could be a little later. I don't think anybody's really announced yet that the meeting has taken place already. As I got my updates going, I'm waiting to hear back from a few things. But first and foremost, let me say hi to everybody. And I got a fun announcement to make. But let me go ahead and say what's up to Kev Boogie, who we found out is black today. I had no idea. I had no idea my good friend Kev was black. No clue whatsoever. But we found out today that he is. That's good to know. We got Kyle Millay. What's going on? Robert O'Connor. Gark Balls. What up, my guy? The Save Situation. Hirsch, the one and only. Ken Rogers. Coach. What up, Coach? How you doing? Joe. What's up, my brother? Roman. How you doing, Roman? You like that one, Kev, right? Anthony Garcia, what's up? Lois Simmons, how you doing? Howell Steinbrenner is in the chat. Let me tell you guys something about Howell Steinbrenner. The other night, no joke, Jira is letting Zoe out. So Zoe's going outside to use the bathroom. Howell Steinbrenner comes flying above her and lands on our fence. And he is just chilling there all night. Me and Jira can't sleep because you got a big owl in your backyard. It's fun to watch. We're sitting there watching this friggin' owl, a.k.a. Howell Steinbrenner. He's outside, and all of a sudden, folks, we're like, why is he jumps on the ground? Owl's just walking on the ground, chilling. I'm like, what's going on with this damn owl? Come to find out, this dude, we are legitimately watching Animal Planet. We're watching Animal Planet. We're sitting there thinking, what is he doing? All of a sudden, a rabbit comes flying out, goes under the shed, and we're like, oh, that's what Hal Steinbrenner is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Let me tell you right now, this son of a bitch got the rabbit. He killed it. He killed it. The thing came out one more time. Ah! Bam! Got him. Obviously, that's not exactly what it looked like. I promise you. It's not how it looked like, but he got him. He killed the damn thing. Then he went up in the tree and who the fuck is that? And that was our night. I don't think we went to bed till like 5 in the morning. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are not here for Howell Steinbrenner to hear Pete Simonetti talk bullshit, all right? We're not here for that. We are here to talk about the man on this hat, one and only, the one, Juan Soto.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
Please sign the contract. Oh, Juan, please come back to our Yankees. I need this guy here so much. He's a serial killer. Look at that. What murder? That murder. Look at that, folks. Tell me you don't want that back. I want to ask some of you in this chat right now, damn it, and you expose yourself, damn it. Do you want this back? Yes or friggin' no? I want to know right now. I demand that I find out. Do you guys want this back? That is serial killer level shit. Oh, we're going to put the poll. We're going to put the poll. Oh, we're going to expose people. Jira's talking. Oh, when Jira talks, we got to do it. Do you want Juan Soto back? Folks, I'm one of those people that I can't write unless I say it out loud, okay? Yeah, I know. I got issues. You don't got to tell me. Hit that like button. Smacky that likey. Hitty that sub if you have not, folks. Do you want Soto back? And let me tell you something. This poll better like be 99% because you know there's going to be one or two people that are like, I don't want it back. Why do we need Soto for? Why do we need Soto, Pete? Why do we need Soto? You never know. But the Scotto says, but not for $700 million. Look, I'm going to say this right now, and I believe this. I don't believe he's getting $700 million. I know there's a lot of this talk out there. Soto's going to command $700 million, and I don't see it. I don't see it. And look, I'm okay with being wrong on this, but I don't see Soto getting $700 million. Maybe he does, but I don't think he does. But I got something scary to show you guys. Okay? Let's double check the poll real quick. And let me see. Is my lighting where I need it to be? Guys, I told you I got the new setting, right? And I'm going to put it on. Let's go a little brighter, right? Come on. We're going to go a little brighter over, eh? We're going to stick with that. Let's press OK. There we goes. Where we at in the poll? Let's see. 94%, so 6% of 179 votes right now, 6% of the people do not want Soto back, okay? Here's what I'm going to do real quick. You might want to cover your eyes. So this is one of those moments where I got to give you guys a disclaimer. I'm about to show you what the New York Yankees look like right now without Juan Soto on their team. Now, before anybody panics, okay, again, I got to give you fair warning here. This is just because what we have on a team right now. Okay? That's it. This is it. This is what we're talking about right now. Okay? This is what's on the club now. Get scared. Here we go. Let's pull it up. Oh, this is scary. This is what the Yankees have right now to run out there. This is the best lineup I think they can run out there. Now, if you want to change and add John Berti in there, go ahead and add John Berti in there. I got no problem with you doing that. But this is probably the best lineup the Yankees can put out right now with their current roster, who is currently on the team. Jason Dominguez in left field, Austin Wells catcher, Aaron Judge right field, Stanton at DH, Jazz Chisholm at third, Anthony Volpe shortstop, Waldo Cabrera or Berti at second base, Waldo Cabrera, Berti, or DJ LeMahieu at first base, and then your center fielder would then be Trent Grisham. That is what the Yankees can run out there right now, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I know It is scary. That is a scary lineup because really after Jazz, you almost got to cross your fingers and hope something can happen. But this is why Soto is important. And I know some people are going to go, but Pete, it's one guy. Hold on. Ken Rogers. If, and there's a big if, rumored $660 million, Carlos Baerga, I'll talk about that. From the Mets is true. Do you think, do you think Hal plays in those waters? I'm going to get to that. And again, guys, it's always weird when I hear some of this stuff and it's like another reporter puts it out there. Guys, have you been listening to Pete Simonetti? I've been telling you guys everything these guys are saying. I literally been saying this for weeks now. Vinny says the difference between $600 million and $700 million at $50 million per is 12 years or 14 years. $50 million per is $50 million per, whatever it takes. Worry about that in 2039. Yeah, man, and I'll talk about that a little more. But that right there, what you're looking at, there is not what we want, right? So let's get this the hell out of here. Let's get that out of there for a second. And let's start right there. Let's start with Carlos Baerga, and then there's a lot of people panicking because Michael Kay is going crazy. Oh my God, they're never going to live in these waters. They're not going to live in these waters. What are they going to do? And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play what Michael Kay said. But let me just start off with telling you guys what Pete Simonetti knows so far. And I've done this a lot, but I'll do it again. Let me find that Michael Kay clip. It was just right here. I don't want to lose it. Where did it go? Hold on one second. Let's see if I can find it. Michael Kay. Kay's been panicking for a long time, by the way, too, when it comes to this. Hold on. I'll have to double check and see if I find it again, and then I'll look for it. Anyway, let me tell you guys what I know so far. So I've been very, very upfront with you guys. Whatever information I get, basically the information I get is okay for me to talk about. That's what I've been told. A lot of people I am close to that have an idea or a bit of an understanding, I would honestly say more than guys like Carlos Baerga, to be quite honest with you. And I truly, truly believe that. I believe these people a lot more than him. No doubt about it. I believe the people I talk to, I believe a lot more than Carlos Baerga. But let me say this. About a few weeks ago, I was told that the Yankees in July, when Steinbrenner talked with Juan Soto, some people were saying there weren't numbers involved. My understanding was there actually was numbers involved. The Yankees were coming around the 550 mark. And that was to try to maybe get something done quick, or if that's a number. And Juan Soto apparently just said, talk to Scott. And that was it. It was kind of done there. The Yankees are willing to up their offer. Any of this can change. Anybody could be wrong about this stuff. I could be wrong about this. The people that I talk to could be wrong about this. That's just the way the game is. Not everything is going to be released to even friends or whatever it might be. My understanding is right now the Yankees do not want to go $600 million. They don't want to go to $600 million. The Yankees want to keep it under $600. Yes, as I've told you guys for weeks, the New York Mets, per my understanding, will go $650. They want to go $650. They want this player. If anybody thinks the Mets are bluffing, the Mets are not bluffing. The Mets want Juan Soto to be a part of their club. Their presentation was very good. They're trying to sell Soto, obviously, that it's still New York City. They're trying to sell Soto that he's the man. Even though Lindor's there, that's why Lindor also went to that meeting to basically sit back and go, this would be your town. You're the man. And that's it. So going there, they're trying to position that as we're a team that wasn't expected to do what we did, and we were able to do it. On top of that, we're also a team that will be able to go out here and still add a lot more to this club. We're going to be able to add a lot more and build around you for years to come. This ain't going to be something where you're signed here and we no longer have money to spend. You can look at our roster and see we don't have pitching. Well, we're going to address that. Their presentation was strong, was that this is a different Mets club. This is not the Mets club of old. This is not... under Cohen's leadership, this is his Mets team. He's basically sitting there going, this is not what it was before. This is I'm a new owner, and I want to win, and I'm going to go all out to win. I'm going to do everything in my power. So it went good. It was a good meeting. Soto wants to be in New York. I've said this for weeks. If he goes somewhere else, I'll sit here and go, I'm shocked. Soto wants to be in New York City. That's all there is to it. Trust me. When you know some of the stuff that I know about Soto, he wants to be in New York. Believe me when I tell you this. I would be shocked if Soto went somewhere other than New York. Maybe Boston, maybe, but definitely not the West Coast. That would shock the shit out of me. But here's the thing with the Yankees, right? Here's where the Yankees are on this. And I'm going to add my 2 cents to this on why it does make sense. So before anybody panics and goes, oh my God, the Yankees don't want to match the overall deal. The Yankees are saying, we'll give you the highest AAV ever. So we may not sit there and we may not have the highest offer overall, but we will certainly talk to you about the AAV. Here's the other thing that I will call Scott Boras and Juan Soto's bluff on. And don't get me wrong, you're looking at somebody who I think everybody would agree I'm probably one of, if not the biggest Soto fan out there. I got videos of this guy going back to when he was with the Nationals of saying he's the perfect Yankee. Soto has been my favorite player outside of Yankee players since he's been in the league. Him and Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, I love this player. But the New York Yankees really should call the bluff here. And what the bluff to call here is rather simple. Hey, Scott, we've done a lot of business together. Don't bullshit me and act like you guys aren't going to want to opt out after 3 or 4 years. Call the bluff. And I'm not saying that Boras and Soto aren't in a great position to go ahead and demand anything they want. They are. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting there going, hold on, you really want to be here. And I believe you want to be here. I don't think you're lying. I believe you want to be a New York Yankee, no doubt about that. But here's the thing. If you really want to be a Yankee and being the highest paid player means something to you, well, we're willing to make that happen. We will make you the richest player, AAV, and that's us having Aaron Judge on this team already. Let's make that happen. Call the bluff. He's gonna have an opt-out, folks. Let me ask you guys that question. Matter of fact, let me close this poll out real quick. And folks, we do have the voicemail line open. If you guys want to get involved in the conversation, feel free to. 89% say they want Soto back. That shocks me. By the way, too, we got 822 people in here. Where are my likes at? Where are those thumbs up? We got 168 likes only. Smack that likey, folks. I'll get to what Kay said. I don't pay attention to Michael Kay like that. Listen to what I'm telling you. Everything that these guys are reporting now, folks, is what I've been saying for a while now. We're going to have to see how it plays out. This is stuff that I've been told, and I'm giving it right to you guys. The Mets are probably going to have the biggest offer. And look, would I be shocked if Juan Soto goes to the Mets? No. I've said that for a while. It wouldn't shock me. This is a Mets team that went to the NLCS. Do I believe that the Mets have a better chance of winning over the next 5 years than the Yankees? No, I don't believe that. But that's the Yankees' chance of presenting that. They need to appear there and be able to tell Juan Soto, if we do lock you in at this high AAV, what the hell else are we going to do? You got to be able to present that to him in a way that is going to make him excited about coming back. I believe they can do that. I really do. It's not that crazy to believe. But the Mets are, spoiler alert, the Mets are probably going to have the highest offer. Whether you like that or not, look, some people, I'll be honest with you. I wish Francis was here because he knows what I'm talking about. Folks, there are some people that I know that are close to Soto that look at me and they go, Pete, he's gone. He's gone. I'm not a biased Yankee fan in the regard I'm going to bullshit you. There's a real chance Juan Soto's a New York Met. there is a real chance that Juan Soto is a member of the New York Mets. And I'm not going to bullshit you here. I'm just being honest. Do I want him to be a Yankee? Of course. All day, every day. I want him to be a Yankee. But I'm also not going to lie to you guys just to make you happy. The Mets are more than likely going to have the highest deal. There could potentially be the front runners right now for Soto. But it all comes down to Hal Steinbrenner. Now, the only situation we have of this with Hal Steinbrenner, to be fair, is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, no question about it, is a good example to utilize here. DJ Steele says, not gonna lie, I love the trolls in here. Your page growing. Appreciate you, man. I'm not even reading anything about a troll. I don't know what the hell these people are saying, but God bless them. When it comes to an example that I can give, Aaron Judge is the best example that I can give. If you guys remember, Aaron Judge in reality was very close to going to the Giants. Now, I know there was, I reported on that. I announced it during a live stream that I'm being told he's going to the Giants. Literally 5 minutes after it, the Arson Judge tweet dropped. And we know how that went. It was pulled back. He was going to the Giants. That's real, folks. Brian Cashman is on record of saying it. He goes, my understanding was he was going to go to the Giants. And then he gave us one last call. And Hal Steinbrenner called him from Venice in Italy. Hal Steinbrenner sat there and said, we want you. What is it going to take? Judge told him, boom, it was done. Vinny says, do they say he's gone because they think it's the money or gone because of him personally? They believe it's the money on the Yankees end. They believe it's the money on the Yankees end. That's what they believe it is. They don't believe it's anything else. They believe it's solely money on the Yankee side, that he may take the highest deal out there. So that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying that they believe it's going to be money on the Yankee side. They're not going to match the offer. But again, it's up to Hal Steinbrenner, folks. That's all it comes down to. And the only other example we have, again, is Aaron Judge. He stepped up when that meant to happen. When he had to step up to get his guy that he wanted, he indeed stepped up. I mean, you can't deny that. You could say whatever you want, but you can't deny that. You just can't deny it. It's going to come down to what's more important to Juan Soto. It's going to come down to that. What is more important? Is it being a Yankee? Maybe being the first Dominican ever retired in Monument Park? Being there with Judge all these years? You just went to a World Series? Or going over to Citi Field for a few million extra and trying to get something going with the New York Mets? That's the question. Again, I heard the rumors. Toronto had a great conversation. The Red Sox had a great conversation. I read all that stuff. I saw all that. I get it. I get it, man. I believe it's the Mets or the Yankees. I've said this for a very, very long time. I'll continue to say that. If Soto goes to another team, I'll be in shock. I think it's the Mets and the Yankees. And when I talk about calling Soto's bluff, I don't mean that you're shitting on the guy. I don't mean that you're knocking the guy at all. I don't mean that. What I mean by calling his bluff is to say, Juan or Scott, it's obvious that you're going to want this guy. You're going to want this guy to be opting out at 29 or 30 years old. That's 3 or 4 years. We're sitting here telling you we're going to give you the highest AAV. I got to call your bluff. Because if you're sitting here saying he does want to be a Yankee, brother, let's make it happen. We're giving you the highest AAV. You're going to opt out. We know that. Let's just get down to business here. Let's not beat around the bush. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Robert says you call his bluff, he gone. Guess what, Robert? If he goes to the Mets, he's going to have an opt-out. There's no difference. It's not, again, you're seeing calling his bluff. No, that's negotiations. That's not being, You're not being rude to Soto. You're not hurting Soto. You're not doing nothing wrong to Soto. But you could do this. Scott Boras could then say, well, if the opt-out is in there, then what's it matter? Give him the same deal. Give him the same deal that the Mets are, because we are going to have an opt-out in there. Match the deal, and you got a deal. That's the way the negotiation should go. Have the conversation about the opt-out. And you could even then go, then I don't want him opting out. If I give him all those years, then I don't want an opt-out in there. Have the negotiation. That's what it's all about. You don't know if he's going to have an opt-out? What? If Juan Soto doesn't have an opt-out with Scott Boras, I would be out my mind shocked. You don't think Scott Boras is going to give a 26-year-old an opt-out after 3 or 4 years? You don't think he's going to get an opt-out to become a free agent again at 29 or 30 years old? This is Scott Boras' thing. He loves the opt-out. You don't think he's going to have an opt-out? Wow. Wow. DJ Steele says, get Soto and Bregman and this free agent. Bregman, he wants a shit ton of money for Bregman. I don't think that's happening. Vinny says, you believe the money is close, he's a Yankee. Yes. And again, you guys know I've been told that for a while, and I've told you guys that, but not 50 million. I don't think it's 50 million. I think 25, 30. I think 25 or 30 million, you got a chance he comes back to the Yankees. 25, 30 million, you got a chance he comes back to the Yankees. And folks, we are also waiting, by the way, there's news outside of Juan Soto. We're waiting for the American League Rookie of the Year. Of course, Paul Skeens is going to win for the National League. Obviously, well-deserved. Luis Gil has a chance to win the award for the New York Yankees. We'll see if he gets that done. That news should be breaking momentarily. But until then, let's go ahead and get to a voicemail, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the first one here. Let me do a refresh. Here we go.
It's been Macho King.
There he is. Yeah.
Oh, the Macho King is going through horrors with trolls. But here we go, and we're on the Soto watch. It'll make this short and sweet and directly to the point. Juan Soto needs to be a Yankee forever for life.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to the World Series. Next year, we're going to win it if we have Juan Soto with us. Gil needs to put his money where his mouth is. No playing around. The Mets are a total joke. Dig it! And we got to get Juan Soto because he's a great player. He's one of the best Yankees that we've ever had, and we can't let him go.
Tell him, Mom.
NYY UW. Oh, yeah. For life. And NYY Day, March 29th is on deck. And we're going to be staying in the Audi Club to watch Juan Soto bring us the number 28 at Monument Park.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Macho!
There it is. That is my guy, the one and only Macho King. Let me tell you something. I know there's a lot of Mets channels out there. They don't have a Macho King, all right? I'm just telling you. They don't have a Macho King, damn it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got over 1,000 people in here. Smacky that likey, hitty that damn subby like you've never done before in your life. I know I showed this earlier, but there's a lot of people in here now, so I want to show this again. If you guys are scared of something that looks really friggin' ugly, telling you guys you might want to walk out the room right now, okay? I'm going to put this on because this is what the Yankees lineup could look like without Soto. This is who's on the team right now. Cover your eyes. Don't be too scared, all right? Oh, my God. Look at this mess. Oh, no.
Oh, you bastards. Why are you torturing me like this? Why?
Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, no, folks. I'm sorry to show you this, but I got no damn choice because I got a job to do. Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner, Brian Cashman, you listening? Fishman, I hope you're listening. I hope you got your ears open, baby. Look at this lineup. Oh, no. You really want to play with this? You sure? You sure you want to do this? I'll leave it on screen all day. I swear I will. Don't let me torture you. I'll do it. Jason Dominguez in left field, Austin Wells catcher, Aaron Judge right field, DH Big G, third base Jazz, shortstop Anthony Volpe, second base Waldo, first base you can have Bertie in there, of course, DJ LeMay Who, and center field Trent. Joe's right. Joe said they're going to demonetize me for putting this on the screen. I better remove this. This is scary. But look at that, folks. Look at that. Do we really want this? Is this something that we want as Yankee fans? Ladies and gentlemen, NYYU Day is the second game of the year against the Brewers in the Audi Club March 29th. We want to see Soto. The link is out, by the way, but it's only for Discord right now. I'm going to have that ready for everybody else very soon. But the link is out to NYYU Day, March 29th. We'll have that for everybody very, very soon. But that is where it is right now, man. And we are still just waiting on the Rookie of the Year also and any Juan Soto news that we get. Let's continue on with the voicemails.
Hi, this is Nick Rose. And I think the Yankees will sign him very, very soon. Maybe sometime this week. Because they already played with him, so they know everything about him.
Okay.
So they're going to sign him this week. And that's why I have met him, because both are planning to sign him this week. Line him up so fast that they can move on to other stuff. Bye.
Appreciate you, man. And look, I hope so. I hope Soto is signed this week by the Yankees. I really do. And I don't think that's another thing to talk about, too. I don't believe this is going to be something that's going to drag out. I really don't. I don't think this is a free agency here that's going to drag out a ton. I don't see that happening. Look, Scott Boras had a very, very rough offseason last offseason, and I think he wants to get back on track. My thing when it comes to Soto is this is an easy deal to work around. This is not a hard deal to work around. This is nothing crazy. He's a great player, and he's asking for money. That's what he's asking for, folks. He's asking for money. That's it. He's just asking for money. You got to get the deal done. When the money's right, Soto's going to sign. I don't think this is a long back and forth. I guess if I'm being optimistic as a Yankee fan, I'd say this. I'm hopeful that he liked the Yankees enough that he would give the Yankees maybe the final attempt to sign him. That's what I hope is going to happen. I hope he gets the final opportunity to sign with the Yankees. He does kind of what Judge did. Hey, look, I do want to be there, but the Mets are offering me this much. What can we do to get this deal done? I think if that happens, I think the Yankees will figure something out. Pete, acknowledge Rookie of the Year Skeens official. Yep, I already talked about it. I already talked about that Paul Skeens is the Rookie of the Year. We're waiting to see who the American League Rookie of the Year is. That should be announced here momentarily. Paul Skeens had 23 first-place votes, followed by Jackson Merrill, obviously, with the additional 7. The American League's going to be a lot tougher of a race. You got Luis Gil, you got Austin Wells, you got Colton Cowser. So it's going to be a much closer race to see who wins the American League Rookie of the Year. But let's go ahead and continue on with these voicemails. Here we go.
Pete, Bam,
what up?
Jilla, whoever else is in the chat, Big Kev, Francis Lee.
Damn, let's go.
John
Everybody.
Here. Pete,
yes,
it's
sir.
Soto watch, and I'm
Damn
ready.
right.
And, I just can't contain myself. I need this man in pinstripes for the next 10 to 12 years.
Oh, he's going to sing.
And I got a little message for Mr. Soto. He may be wondering where I've been.
Come on.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
Oh, yeah. A little slow
Search to find the love within.
Oh, he's going to find
I
it.
came back to let you know.
No.
Got
Come
a
on.
thing for you.
Come on, and I what?
And I can't let go.
Oh, that's my Dom.
My friends wonder what is wrong with me.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm in a daze. from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go.
Oh, I love this
and
guy.
I won't let go, Pete.
Come on,
I
Dom.
won't let go.
You don't let go, you son of a bitch.
Let's get it fucking done.
You don't
Let's
let go,
get it
Dom.
done now.
Dom, come on. Me and Dom should just do a show where we just yell at each other. We just yell at the screen for like 30 minutes. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be great. Danny, did I read that one? No, I did not. Salute, P. I like what you and Francis mentioned before. Remind Soto what our rotations look like compared to other teams. I'm actually going to talk about that next. And then I believe we had one more. Danny against his Hal's the X Factor. I think he'll deliver us Soto. Yeah, man, look. And I know people, Hal doesn't spend. Hal spends, folks. Like, he spends, man. Hal Steinbrenner spends money. I mean, you can't sit there and deny it and say he doesn't spend. He does. He spends money. And again, the only example we really have with him is Aaron Judge when it comes to that. And he wanted Judge. He told Judge, we want you here. If Soto's sitting there going, look, I would leave, but I want to be a Yankee. I really do. I believe Hal Steinbrenner would try to make something work that would fit everybody. So we'll see. Look, again, I know you got John Heyman doing Boras's work. Oh, the Red Sox, and wow, what a meeting, and this team and that team. I believe, as I've believed for a very, 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 very long time, folks, that it's the New York Yankees or the Mets. That's it. Guy LaSource says, thank you all for what you do. How close on the computer? You ready for this, guy? Ladies and gentlemen, I got a fun announcement to make. Discord, you already know, but I'm going to tell you guys here. The new computer is right there. Right there. The desktop is set up already. I got it. Shout out to Costco, by the way. Costco hooked me up. I went there as a chance. I said, let me chance it and see what happens. You know they gave me the sale price for the 28th? They gave me the sale price for the 28th, baby. I went there. I was like, I talked to the guy about the channel. The manager comes out and goes, let me see your channel. Let me see it. I showed him and he's like, oh, you're telling the truth. I said, why would I lie about this? I'm like, I need it. They actually made the deal. They gave me the deal. I was like, I'm buying it right now if you give me that price. They gave me that price. I got it right here. So after this, I'll be working all night to start transferring everything over. Ladies and friggin' gentlemen, you guys are the best. This just means that NYYU's only going to get way better. Like, the shit that we're going to do now is legitimately going to be wild. Like, wild. I already got thoughts for game season and things like that. I can't friggin' wait, folks. I can't wait. But anyway, everybody, by the way, too, Nicholas, appreciate you, man. And everybody who contributed, you guys are friggin' amazing. Like, no joke, man. All of you are amazing. You guys know I can't continue to tell you guys how much I appreciate all of you. You guys are the friggin' best. No joke. This community is top-notch, top of the line. And the craziest thing about it is, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. That's all there is to it. But let's get to this. And what I was talking about here. Somebody, I think it was Daniel, who mentioned what me and Francis were talking about. So if anybody missed Designated Spitters yesterday, go back and watch it. I think it was a phenomenal episode. I'm not just saying it because it's us. That's part of it, but it was a great episode. The Yankees are in a better position, in my opinion, with current players on the club to convince Juan Soto on why his decision could be a good idea to come back. The Yankees rotation, as it stands now, not hopeful, not potential, not things. We got Gabagoo. Hold on.
Welcome to the deli.
What?
We got Gabagoo.
You're damn right.
And if you want that mozzarella, boy, we got the two in the deli. Welcome to the deli. We got Gabagoo.
Had to do that. Thank you to all the new subbies. We appreciate you guys. But really quickly, again, going back to what I was saying. Currently on the roster, The Yankees got Cole, Rodon, AL Rookie of the Year possible, Luis Gil, we're going to find out momentarily, Stroman, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez. They got 6 starters. The Yankees on paper, right this instant, they have 6 starters. Juan Soto was on the club. He saw the difference when Luke Weaver became the closer. Luke Weaver is back. He's back. He'll be the closer next year for the Yankees, right? These are important things. Do we have a right side of the infield now? We don't. But here's what the Yankees got to be able to do. They have to articulate to Juan Soto and Scott Boras what plan A is, what plan B is, what C is, and what D is. Here is what we're going to add on top of you coming back at the highest AAV of all time. Here is what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. LB, so he goes, you're so biased, Pete. LB, maybe you're new here, but I literally earlier have been reporting for weeks now that it's the Mets and the Yankees, and the Mets are going to give him the most money. So again, don't assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of everybody. And I don't like people making an ass out of me, especially in the chat. Don't assume. Open your ears up and listen. I'm probably the least biased Yankee fan you'll find on planet Earth. I talk the truth, and that's all there is to it. Nicholas says, my wife loves to see you dance. Hey, yo! Oh, I'm gonna dance! Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear say. Hey, yo. Hold on a second. Let's continue on. And this guy again, Nicholas, that's exactly what I told Pete. 50 million over. My brother, you didn't tell me dick, because I've been saying it for weeks. I said it back in July, August. What are you talking about? Know what you're talking about before you come here and open your mouth about what I've said or what you've told me. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't know what the hell you are talking about. Make no damn sense.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Did you know that?
Exactly. Moving on before I was rudely interrupted. Let's continue on over here. Yeah. But you gotta have your plan A, B, C, D. You gotta have it locked and loaded when it comes to Soto. What you're gonna do. I don't know what it is. I don't know. That's up to the Yankees. But here's the one thing you can show Soto. I don't care what the Mets have told you. I don't care what they've spoken to you about. Let me put Juan, come here. Get a little closer. Hold on. Let me pull something up for you. Here we go. Let's take a look at the Mets depth chart here. Okay, great. They got money. Well, that's the rotation, Juan. That's their rotation. Kodai Senga, excellent pitcher, injured. We'll see how he bounces back. Excellent pitcher, don't get me wrong. But, Juan, you really want to commit to that? Now, again, I am not at all sitting here saying that the New York Mets are not going to add. They are going to add. But here's the big difference. Here's the big difference, folks. Potentially could add is very, very different than we already have. That's a big difference, folks. It's a big, big difference to sit there and go, I get it. I get what you want. I get what you're looking for. But we have so-and-so. They are going to have to promise and get it done. So they can sit there and go, our plan consists of Corbin Burns. Our plan consists of bringing Minaya back and also bringing back Luis Severino. But that's cute. And I get it. But you got to do it. That's a different thing. You got to get it done. The Yankees don't. The Yankees have it already. The Yankees already have it. They don't have to convince you of what the rotation's going to look like potentially. It's already there. Now, Soto could very well have questions. I got other down the line with the Yankees. Believe it or not, I had somebody tell me today, well, the Yankees they don't have money, and the Yankees also have no farm system. Well, that's a blatant lie. The Yankees do have a farm system. If you want to sit there and go to Yankees don't utilize it properly, fine. I'm not going to fight you on that one. But the New York Yankees do indeed have a farm system. They have a farm system. Anybody who tells you they don't, you're out your mind lying. You're lying. It's that simple. The Yankees have a farm system, and they will spend. I also saw somebody going back and forth with Francis today saying that Hal Steinbrenner has said you do not need a $300 million roster to win. It's true. But guess what Hal Steinbrenner also just got to watch? Guess what they also just got to watch? All right? They also just got to watch the two highest money grossing teams go to the World Series. They just got to see the Dodgers, who spent billions of dollars, whatever the hell it was, win the World Series in front of their face. So whether you believe that sentiment or not, and don't get me wrong, of course you could win the World Series without having a $300 million roster. I agree. I don't disagree with that. I agree. That is 100% true. You do not have to have $300 million. But that should never, ever, 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 ever come in the way of a talent like Juan Soto. When it comes to money, the reason why people would be so upset about the Yankees missing out on Soto, whether it's $50 million or what, people are going to be angry. I, Pete Simonetti, am sitting here telling you guys the Mets are probably going to give the most money. If that happens, you can sit and go, Pete, but you knew it. It doesn't matter. I'm not involved. I'm not doing it with this stuff with the Yankees. I'll be pissed. I would be angry. And the reason why is the Yankees last year, I think they made $640-something million or $670-something million in revenue. This year with Soto, folks, you know for a fact it was way over $700 million. They went to the World Series also. That was extra money. That was additional money. You had 3 games at Yankee Stadium. Games 3, 4, and 5. You can't convince a Yankee fan, hell, a baseball fan with common knowledge that the New York Yankees had to back out because it was $40 or $50 million more? Can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You just can't. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear that on the side of the Yankees. And we're also not even talking about how much money alone Juan Soto generated for the New York Yankees. That's the other question. We haven't even got into that yet. How much money did the guy generate towards the Yankees? He was one of the top selling jerseys. But the hell with that. I could actually tell you guys something from experience. I remember when we got the link to the first event last year, and that was back around this time, early November. I remember my connection at Yankee Stadium, who I work all this stuff with, he told me tickets aren't, it's been a little slower out the gate this offseason. When Juan Soto signed, season tickets went bananas. They went bananas. The Yankees have no excuse not to bring this guy back. Mind you again, folks, do I got to remind you what Soto and Judge were able to do together? Do I have to remind you that these two basically, well, obviously, one of the greatest duos together of all time? Guys, this hat is available at NYYUnderground.com, by the way. There is no Yankee branding, of course, on this hat. There is an NYY Underground branding on it, of course. But look, if you love Juan Soto, there's nothing additional. There's nothing additional. It does say NYY Underground underneath. But, of course, you know, we make this merch, so we appreciate you guys anyway. But they can't make this about money. It's not about money. That would be absolutely bogus, and everybody would know it. The Yankees could afford them, and look, their team is so much better. You can rely more on your youth to develop into something special if you bring Soto back. If you have Soto and Judge on that team for years to come, you can allow a guy like Caleb Durbin maybe to get a chance. You can continue to let Anthony Volpe develop. You can let Austin Wells become who Austin Wells is going to be. You can do all that as we are waiting on the Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil. Luis Gil is the Rookie of the Year. Let's fucking go. Well deserved to my guy, Luis Gil, who is the American League Rookie of the Year. Well deserved. Hey, Juan Soto, remember when I showed you those differences? Hold on a second. Wait a second, Juan. Remember this? There's your Mets rotation. We also now have the Rookie of the Year in our rotation. We also have the Rookie of the Year in our rotation. I think, my friend, if you want to win for years to come, I think we already know what the dealio is. There it is, folks. Can we get some love for Luis Gil? Oh, that's my guy. Luis Gil, the Rookie of the Year. Very, very well deserved. No doubt about it. The kid deserved it. What a year for Luis Gil. Obviously, he had that last outing that he struggled a bit, but it was hard to go against Luis Gil on the year that he had. 3.1 WAR, 15 wins, 7 losses, 3.50 ERA. Get into a little more details of his year. Let me X that off real quick. You're talking about a guy, 151 innings, 171 strikeouts. So, look, man, this is a guy who has phenomenal stuff. Of course, he sometimes gets a little bit wild, but I am very excited to see Gil's progression as a starter. As Chris says, King of the Hill. Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil gets the job done. Well deserved. Oh, we got Simon calling in. Let's take a listen.
Pete, your boy Simon calling from Bella Vista in New Haven, Connecticut. How you doing? I hope we keep Soto, Pete. We gotta keep Soto. I don't care if Steinbrenner has to offer him a Porsche, a Lamborghini, a Mustang. I don't care if he has to give him a tank or something. We gotta keep Soto. If we lose him, And Pete, I also wanted to ask you, what do you think the possibility about getting maybe Pete Alonso too from the Mets for first base? Because if we can get Alonso, then we really got a good chance in 2025. Well, you have a good day, Pete. Rock on, NYY Underground forever. Smacky the likey, hitty the subby. And remember, no matter what, Aaron Judge is a gift from God. I said, Aaron Judge is a gift from God. Bye, Pete.
Until the playoffs. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. I can't help myself.
Hey, Pete, what's going on? Listen, love the show. When it comes to Soto, man, I don't know. I feel like we're in a lose-lose situation, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Tell me about it.
If they keep Soto, let's be honest, they're going to fill in first base, third base, out whatever other, starting pitcher, bullpen. It's going to be bargain bin players, and we're still going to have the same problem going into next year, that the bottom half of the lineup is just not as productive, and it's not good enough to win. And then if they let Soto go, then they got to replace his production, which is going to be very hard to do.
Agreed.
And that was one of the questions I was going to ask you is, what moves do you see them making in your eyes if they lose Soto?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But, I don't know, man. We'll see how it all plays out. I just the mindset the difference in mindsets between the Dodgers and Yankees is, like, mind-blowing. The Dodgers come off a World Series championship. they're talking about Corbin Burns. They're talking about Roki Sasaki. They're talking about improving.
Fair
where
game.
I feel like the Yankees are always using the, like Cashman's, after the season. Oh, we feel we're just as good as them. All this
Fair game.
stuff. I don't know, man.
Fair game.
I don't feel the urgency with the Yankees. So it's almost like, yeah, I want Soto back. But if that's going to lead to a bunch of bargain bin players everywhere else, is that team good enough to win, in your opinion? I just don't see it.
Okay.
I don't know. Tell me your thoughts on that. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. No, definitely. I'm happy you actually brought that up because that's a great question. And if you guys have heard what I've been saying, I literally said the Yankees have to be able to present that to Soto because he's going to ask. If you guys do lock me in and you do give me the highest AAV of all time, fine. I'll accept maybe less years to be the richest player in Major League Baseball by annual salary. But what else are you guys going to do? That's a fair question because he is going to ask that question. Soto's going to want to know, what does the next couple of years look like if my salary is attached to this club? Well, look, let me pull something up for you guys because I made this for a reason, so let's utilize it. All right, so I made this the other day. We're going to fill this in as we go, and this is not, fully upgraded or anything like that. Kind of looking at open positions, right? There's an outfield spot open for the Yankees. There's a second base spot open. There's the first base spot open. That's the main thing right now for the Yankees. So let's just shoot the shit here. Let's say the Yankees do bring Soto back. Let's say the Yankees also say, if we bring Soto back, we're going to go cheaper. We're not going to trade Jason Dominguez. We'll keep Jason Dominguez, all right? Just follow along with me here. Jason Dominguez becomes the center fielder. Soto goes to right field. Aaron Judge goes to left field to start the year. Let him work on that. I know he wants to play center field, but at the end of the day, somebody in that room has to stand up and go, Aaron, look, you're a better corner outfielder. We think you do very, very good in left field as you did in right field. Let's just say that. Hang with me here. So now you're really looking at first base and second base. Your production at first base was non-existent. It didn't exist. There was no production at first base. There wasn't any. There was no production. Am I wrong? DJ LeMahieu and Anthony Rizzo. There was no production whatsoever. There was nothing at all over there. Zero. And Crystal, you look like the fucking blob. Anyway, continue. You look like Lizzo, okay? Continuing on. For me, I really feel bad now. She's behind that camera. She actually looks like Lizzo. I apologize that in advance. But anyway, for me, it's not as hard as people are making this out to be. Let me give you a quick little example, right? Let's say the Yankees go Carlos Santana, 1-year deal, $12 million, with potential to go up to about 14. Now you got a guy in Carlos Santana at first base. It's a 1-year commitment. It's a 1-year thing. Forget what the salary's going to be. 1-year thing for a guy who's going to give you way better production at first base offensively, and he's a Gold Glover at first base. He's also a switch hitter. So now you're looking at him more towards the bottom of that order. I'll pull this back up. Let's take a look at this here for a second, right? Let's just say that first base spot now goes to Carlos Santana, right field. Make the differences, the changes that I already made, right? You guys already know the changes I'm talking about here. I'm just showing this up here as an example. So at first base there, you'd have Carlos Santana. Now, second base, you didn't get a ton of production out of Gleyber Torres until, end of August, towards around that time. And then he was very good. He's also very good in the postseason. Not a good defender. We know all this about Gleyber Torres. Let's say the New York Yankees then go into the regular season and they go, look, spring training hits. We're going to have John Berti. We're going to have Oswaldo Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, Caleb Durbin, and maybe we go out there and sign a minor league free agent who we believe could be productive at second base for us, and we have an open competition. Let's just say, for the hell of it, a John Berti wins at second base, and a guy like Caleb Durbin is also there, and they'll back up. And we're going to talk a lot about Caleb Durbin on Wednesday night, so stay with me here. But then let's just take a look at this and go, the left fielder is Aaron Judge, the catcher is Wells, The right fielder is Soto. The DH is Stanton. Third base, Jazz. Shortstop, Anthony. Second base, John Berti or Caleb Durbin. Let's just play with that here. That could also be a trade. First base, Carlos Santana. And then in center field, of course, you'd have Jason Dominguez. Folks, I'll be honest with you. To start the year, it's a better lineup. Does anybody not think that that is not an improvement? And you didn't spend money, really. You spent the 11 or 12 million. That's all you had to spend. The Yankees can do that and then go, you know what? Now we make trades. Another thing that people are forgetting. Who's the guy that just, Nick Martinez, just took the qualifying offer at $21 million. $21 million, folks. The Yankees got a starting pitcher who, whether you like him or not, he could eat innings and he at least is going to give you a 4 or so ERA in Marcus Stroman. You don't think the Yankees can go ahead and ship off Marcus Stroman and the majority of his salary? A starting pitcher that's going to throw the ball, that's going to save some money. That's going to save you some money. Maybe you get a reliever for him. Maybe a guy in Double A that you like. You got to be creative. And here's the thing. I can be creative. You can be creative. Brian Cashman hasn't necessarily showed that he could be the most creative guy on planet Earth. And that is the problem. Is that we cannot sit here and have a ton of confidence in Brian Cashman because he hasn't really done that. He hasn't really showed that he can be creative in that regard. David Douglas says, problem is Pete Cashman isn't that creative, and that's a problem. But I can't talk for him. I can only talk for me and what I know makes sense for the New York Yankees, and I do believe that makes sense, but we'll see. Let's keep it going.
Pete, Uncle Don here. How to call you back. The 10th Rookie of the Year winner for the Yankees is King Louis. Louis.
Yeah. Come on.
I just got the Rookie of the Year. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. One. Listen, baby. See? We got pitches. Let's fucking go.
Tell him, Dom.
Baby. Congrats, King Louis. Louis.
Tell him, Dom. Did anybody see anything yet about who was in second place? Did they show the breakdown of the awards? Has anybody seen that yet, the actual breakdown? Because I wonder if Wells or Cowser was number 2. I'm going to guess Cowser was probably number 2. That's what I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess Colton Cowser probably got number 2, but we'll see. Let me double check here one more time. We're here. Baltimore outfielder Colton Cowser. Let's see. So this is from Jeff Passan. Let's go ahead and take a look at this from Passan. New York Yankees right-hander Luis Gil won American League Rookie of the Year in a tight race, just beating out Baltimore outfielder Colton Cowser. Understandable. Yankees catcher Austin Wells finished third. It was mainly a two-man race. Luis Gil got 15 first-place votes. Colton Cowser got 13. And I do kind of agree with the first comment here. Wilyer Abreu was the best rookie. You got an argument there. I don't know if he was the best rookie. I still think as a starting pitcher, doing what Luis Gil did is extremely impressive. But I'm going to be real with you guys here for a second, man. I'm going to be real with you guys for a second. Wilyer Abreu not getting no credit at all for the year he had is kind of crazy. That man had a hell of a rookie year. Let me just run through his numbers real quick, because this is the U. This is what we do. He had a great time, man. 3.4 WAR. The guy had, where's it at? Let me close this out. Let's see, a 3.5 WAR, excuse me. 253 average, 322 on base percentage, 781 OPS, 15 homers, 58 RBIs, 33 doubles. Good player, don't get me wrong, but again, I still believe that the starting pitcher deserves it. To do what Luis Gil did as a starting pitcher, to me is a bit more impressive. But we are still waiting to see what goes on. We're probably going to get information probably later tonight, maybe early tomorrow. As you guys already know, 8 o'clock, so I want to remind you guys of something. 8 o'clock, remember, just in less than an hour, we have NYYU on site, Milano Market. Be here with me, guys. I'm going to watch it with all of you. That is going to premiere at 8 o'clock. But guys, again, I'm going to get ready to wrap this one up. We're going to be doing this just about every single day. Tomorrow, by the way, let me get you guys a little excited, all right? You're going to get excited about this. We're going to have the Bronx or Nothing tomorrow. But it might be me, Kev, and Francis on the Bronx or Nothing tomorrow. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. It's another Soto watch, but Bronx or Nothing edition coming at you guys mañana. So stay tuned for that. A lot of great things coming your guys' way. Like I said, I want all of you there at 8 o'clock to watch the next episode of NYYU on site. Any news of Soto breaks, I will do my best to get here and get back immediately. I'm working hard here to get the new computer and everything set up so I could just be good to go and ready to go with you guys. But with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this episode up now. Again, in about 50 minutes, the premiere of NYYU On Site episode number 3 is going to be on tomorrow. Bronx or Nothing. Wednesday, we're going to have me, Kev, Los, talking about second base and center field for the Yankees. A lot of good stuff coming your guys' way to the best community in planet Earth. Love you guys. Catch you a little bit later. If news breaks, I'll be there for you, baby. I'll be there for you. Don't worry. Catch you later, guys. Peace.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, it's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but the shit's